Hey guys, it is Tuesday the 29th, and today for our warm-up, we're gonna have 2 rounds of some stretching. So we're gonna do 30 seconds of each stretch. First, we're gonna start out with a 30-second quad stretch. However is comfortable for you. You can do this standing or kneeling, leaning forward, stretching out those hip flexors. After that, we're gonna do 30 seconds of a hamstring stretch. This can be a forward fold. You can cross the feet, whatever is comfortable for you. After that, we're gonna move into 30 seconds of a lizard pose. So this is gonna be that deep lunge with our hands right inside our foot, trying to open those hips and drive that hip toward the ground. We're gonna do 30 seconds each leg on that one. After that, we're gonna move into pigeon. So this will be 30 seconds each leg as well. Same starting position as that lizard, but then we're just gonna slide our foot over so that our shin is on the ground. And this one, we're trying to sit back and stretch out those glutes. After 30 seconds of that, we're gonna do 30 seconds of down dog. So for this, I'll show you from the side. We can start in a high plank and then press back. We're gonna drive our heels into the ground and press through our hands. And we can pump the knees right here and stretch out the calves. It's a really good calf stretch. So after 30 seconds of down dog, we're just gonna move into cobra right here and get nice and stretched out. So after our warm up, we're gonna have 2 to 3 rounds of a lower body auxiliary, and that's gonna start with 15 glute bridges. So for these, we're just gonna be flat on our back, and we're gonna scoot our feet as close to our butt as they will go. And then we're gonna drive our hips up. We're gonna squeeze for 2 seconds, and then come back down. Up, 1, 2, and then back down for 15 reps. After those, we're gonna do 10 reverse lunges per leg. So for this, we're gonna start and we're going to go straight back, keeping that chest tall, knee perpendicular or shin perpendicular to the ground, and then driving back together. Straight back and back together. After 10 of those, we're gonna do 5 squat jumps. So here, tall chest, knees out, my feet are flat on the ground, and I'm gonna jump up as high as I can for 5 reps. After 2 to 3 rounds of our lower body auxiliary, we're gonna move into our Metcon. So we're gonna have 2 separate EMOMs in this one. So the first one's gonna be an 8-minute EMOM, so every minute on the minute, you will do 10 push-ups and then max sit-ups. So for the push-ups, we just want that chest to touch the ground and then drive back up. After 10 of those, we'll do max sit-ups. And for these, this is just as many as you can do in this time frame. And we'll touch behind our head, and when we sit up, we're gonna make sure that that shoulder crosses the hip. That's the only standard for that. So once you break in these sit-ups, that's it. And you wanna keep track of that number because we will log those later. So after that first 8-minute EMOM, after all 8 rounds, you're gonna rest 2 minutes, and then we're gonna go into another 8-minute EMOM. So for this one, we'll be doing 10 air squats plus a max wall sit. So every minute on the minute, we'll start with 10 air squats right here, keeping the chest tall, hips sit back, and the knees drive out. And then after we do 10 of those, we're gonna do a max wall sit. So for these, we wanna make sure that our thigh is as parallel to the ground as we can get it. If we can't get all the way in that position, that's fine. Just do what's challenging for you. And then we don't wanna rest our hands on our thighs, if at all possible. We wanna have our hands out here and our back pressed up against the wall so our chest is nice and tall. All right, guys, we have 2 EMOMs today, so make sure you get that good rest in between. Make sure to keep track of all of your scores so we can log them later. See you on the next one.